Constructing your life is about much more than just building a bank account. Each week, join real estate entrepreneur and mindset coach Austin Linney as he interviews guests who are constructing their dream lives and impacting the world around them on a daily basis. If you're an entrepreneur or wanting to start a business, or you just want to hear motivating stories of how others have overcome the odds, you are in the right place. And now for your host, Austin Linney.
Guys, welcome back to Construct Your Life Rant. This is Austin Linney here. Thanks for joining us. What we're going to talk about today is your gift. And, you know, you've heard people talk about this all the time. And per se, right, we have a saying in our business. If it comes easy to you, then do that more often. And what I mean by that is there's so many people out there jumping into the investment space, and they are not good at spreadsheets, and they are not good at numbers, or whatever you want to call it. And they're trying to be a multifamily investor. I'm not saying that you can't get better at something, but why are you spending 2 to 3 years to get better at something that is a weakness in you? So you're basically making a weakness better. Does that make any sense? But you might be the greatest networker ever, or you might know how to meet people or coach people or whatever. You get what I'm saying? We're so quick to fix the things that we're bad at, which you have to get decent at them. You can't like be terrible at certain things in the aspect of investing, but you can't spend 2 or 3 years trying to get better at something that if you were to stack yourself up against the best multifamily underwriter, that you would be decent. Get it? Why? It doesn't even make sense. But I would imagine there are things that you do every day that come very easy to you, and those are your gifts. And here's the scary thing. They might not even be something that you truly love, but it could be a vehicle to create the freedom to go chase the things that you truly love. Because, you know, I have a tendency to do this. This is something I just talked about this morning with a friend of mine. We spend all this time learning something, getting good at something. And then the moment that we're ready to cash in on it, we're tired of it because it's not challenging to us anymore. And we want to move on and learn a new thing. When you learn that new thing, you're stepping at ground zero again. So now you've just created the process all over again. It's like going to college after you got a degree. Instead of maximizing the highest use of your time, the highest dollar amount of your time in the area that you are an expert in. Why do you think brain surgeons make so much damn fucking money? Because they work on a fucking brain. Because they went to school and it took years. So if you are the best at what you do in a certain area, I'm going to ask you the simplest question ever. Have you maximized the most amount of avenues and money in your direct field? Have you? Because if you haven't, then what are you doing? Like, you might make $150K a year, but maybe there's a book or a group coaching call that you could do that could add another 50 to 75 in that avenue. And then guess what? When you show up to that group coach call, you know it like the back of your heart. I have this. I've been doing Airbnb for years. I can talk on it like I'm sleeping, but it doesn't get that challenging to me anymore. So I don't want to talk about it. But yet I've spent all the years learning it over and over again. Well, that's my gift. I understand it. It's easy. It's in me. It's born inside of me. And so I have to go back to the well. I have to redesign stuff that makes sense for me and then scales me out of it virtually or technology wise, and then allows me to create a revenue stream off of that gift that is mine. Perfect example. I can network like anybody else. Well, that's my specialty. Well, then I connect people. And then my assistant who is a little more introverted and good at scheduling, doesn't have to meet so many people because I have access to all the people that are available. And so he doesn't have to waste 2-3 years of his life learning books on sales and meeting people and networking because he already has the best guy in the business leading the company. So he gets to just be him. And the rub here is when you get to be you, then you can be set free. But we spend all of our days trying to fix our deficiencies, and you're only going to get mediocre at best. Why would we make our weaknesses better? Why wouldn't you double down on your strengths? If you're the fastest goat milker in the country, you can sell that. I said it as a joke because I'm trying to get you to understand that we all have an inherent gift in us. But what we're doing is we're living our life for our parents. We're living our life for our spouses. We're living our life for other people because we're worried about what they say if we go do the thing that we were born to do. And you will die a slow death inside your body if you don't go do what you were born to do. I love the podcast. I mean, love talking to people from all over the nation. So I'll probably do this the rest of my life. I don't know what frequency. I love it. And so it doesn't matter about the numbers. It doesn't matter about how much work it takes because I love it. And that's okay. So it's an easy thing for me because I can flip in out of certain conversations over and over again. But that's because I am self-aware enough to move away from the things that I don't like, which are spreadsheets, taxes. I don't want to do those things. I'll just show you how serious I am about this. If you ask me to go do an Excel spreadsheet breakdown of a 4-unit quadplex, I would rather go mow 100 acres without eating than do that. That's how much I don't want to do that. I'd rather you tell me that you got to go run 10 miles. I'd rather do that. I don't care if you even had the numbers for me. I don't want to put them in a spreadsheet. I do not like it. So I tried to fight against that for 2 years and listen to all these multifamily calls and do all this stuff. I know enough to be dangerous, but I don't want to get bogged down in the weeds of things that aren't my gift when I am surrounded by the best people in the business. So why wouldn't I leverage those relationships and bring them on for a deal or have them join me or vice versa? Guys, we all have a gift inside of us. You have to seek clarity in what that gift is and double down on it. And I promise you, you will feel like you're flying and you will feel like you can operate from a space of clarity. I promise you. Hope everybody got some value from this. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you for listening to Construct Your Life with Austin Linney. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to rate, review, subscribe, and pay it forward by sharing with a friend. Most importantly, take this opportunity to start constructing your life by taking immediate action on what you learned. For show notes, resources, and more information on one-on-one coaching with Austin, visit constructyourlifepodcast.com.